What's up, folks? So today's video is going to be a redesign of a character from a series that I love, but also have a bit of a mixed relationship nowadays because it did not age very well, and that is Panty and Stocking. The reason why I'm mostly doing this is because, one, Season 2 is going to be coming soon, I don't know when, but whenever, and also because it reminds me of a certain character in Panty and Stocking that I do not like the design of because it is blatantly a racist stereotype of black people, and it is Garterbelt. So Garterbelt is he's like a priest, immortal priest dude. He's like the sort of guardian of Panty and Stocking. He like dispatches missions to them and stuff, and the way he's portrayed is not great in the anime. And I'll admit that also his design is mainly the biggest issue, but also just how he's presented in the anime and all that. But I have not watched anime in a while, so I'm not going to be talking about that in specific detail. Mostly just going to be talking about his design because that is the biggest issue I have with his design. His design is just blatantly, racist. Like, I remember even when I was like a kid when I watched this, because let's be honest, we were all too young to be watching Panty and Stocking, but we all watched it anyway because the art style was pretty fire. But yeah, like, even when I was a kid, I just felt something about his face was just off. It just didn't sit right with me. And it's the freaking nose and the lips that are the biggest issues. They just have to emphasize that in such a weird way, and that's something that a lot of anime does when they draw black people. They always have to like make them look with the stereotypical huge nose, the rubber band lips and stuff. They always act really weird, and it's like, it's not hard to design black characters in anime that are like good. There are good black characters in anime that exist and are well written. They're not rare nowadays, but like, it's a mixed bag still, and that's really frustrating. And it's also frustrating that when black people do call out, mangaka, or like just stuff like that in general, they always get pushback because, oh, how dare you, Japan is perfect, like, they don't know any better, guys, Japan's like, they don't know any better, guys, it's a homogenous country, so like, they don't know about like black people. And it's like, Japan's a grown-ass adult. Japan knows better, bro. Japan's like, it's not a little isolated baby country anymore. They know better. They have the internet. They should know what black people look like. Yes, they may not be a massive black population in Japan. The point is, just because they may not see it does not mean they can't see it on the internet. There's nothing stopping them from looking it up on the internet. Okay? I don't know how Japanese internet work. I don't know, like, what their side of the internet is like, what their memes are like, whatever, but like, they have Google, they know better, they should know better, and that's why I'm tired of like weebs trying to defend Japan because of it, and it just bothers me that people always try to defend that, and then when black people do try to call it out, it's like, no, you're not allowed to criticize or critique it, and it's something we hate.
This is like George Orwell's book, 1984.
We don't hate, anime or Japan. We just want Japan to do better. That's all we want. Is it that hard? Is that hard to draw a black character that looks like an actual person and not Mr. Popo? Is that too much to ask for? Apparently so for some people. And also, this is an issue within like K-pop fandoms as well, because K-pop idols also have like a history of that stuff. And it's also an issue within like YouTube and like social media influencers too. There's like a really massive like bunch of influencers that just have a really weird history of like being racist towards black people and like blackface. I mean, that is its whole other topic, but the point is that whenever people try to call it out, it's always like, oh, they didn't know any better, guys, and it's like, no, don't defend that. That's not good. It's not okay. Anyway, on to the redesign.
Fly away now, fly away now, fly away.
So the redesign process was actually quite difficult. It was just struggling to just get his face a certain way that I wanted to. I wanted to make Garterbelt look, I don't know, I was trying to give him a very squarish face, but I really struggled to draw it out. So unfortunately, he does look kind of like a pretty boy, sort of, which is kind of what I was going for, but not really. I was trying to make him look stern and kind of like a gothic priest, sort of. Serious and stern and, kind of tired of Panty Stocking shit, sort of, Like, he looks kind of intimidating. I was really struggling with his face, okay? That was the biggest issue, was his face. Not because of, like, his like nose and lips, just trying to make him look, you know, masculine. And I struggle because I still struggle with that, unfortunately. But I just struggled because I was trying to draw like in my toon style, which also just looks like painting stocking style. So I was trying to mix kind of both of them together, and unfortunately it didn't turn out too well. So I will admit that that part was probably my least favorite thing. But I do think that his face looks nice though. It looks nice. I mean, I like his little mustache, little goatee, which I guess I wanted to make his like face hair more fancy. I still gave him very like arched eyebrows to really add on to that stern facial expression, you know. He kind of looks like he's about to get pissed off because he's always playing with paint stockings BS. Like, they're always doing crazy shit in that anime. It's hilarious. Anyway, you will notice that I did change up his outfit. Nothing was wrong with his outfit. I just wanted to make it look a bit more. I wanted to add some pizzazz, you know. His redesign. I wanted to just redesign him. Just add my own flair to it as well, because that's the fun about redesigns. Like, you're adding your own spin to it, and you know, I think that's pretty neat. So I gave him like this more. I gave him like a Black Reverend outfit. I think that's what it's called, or whatever. And I still retain that whole like the little white robe thingy on him with the crosses. Like that's still there. I just shortened it. And I gave him different shoes, I don't know, why not? I don't really like how I don't know, I think the gray was a little too light, so that's like one issue that I have, but everything else I don't mind, I think it looks fine. I did change up his afro. It's not because his afro was bad, it was just I wanted to add like shapeliness to it. I wanted to add like blockiness to it because, you know, why not? I mean, I think it looks nice. I was gonna add like some swirls in it, but I decided not to. I felt that would be too clunky in terms of like with the art style. I feel like it might clash with it a bit too much because I was trying to keep it simple. So that's why I didn't go overboard with design. That's also why I don't have too much to say about it, because it's not very detailed. Because I wanted to kind of, you know, pay respect to the art style and keep it simple. Because Panty Stocking's character designs aren't very complex. They're pretty simplistic, but they're still good because of the style. Like, the style emphasizes their designs. I'm not saying this redesign is bad. I'm still trying to learn how to, I'm still trying to learn the ins and outs of my toon style, sort of. So, fortunately, it wasn't a flop, but I could do better. And maybe in the future I might do a better redesign when I have a bit more of a handle on this toon style. So, yeah. So that's Garterbelt's redesign. As you can see, I mainly, with his nose, I know that Panty Stocking characters' noses aren't like that. That's just my style. I didn't necessarily draw out his nose. It is a bit wider, but like, you know, looks like actual nose and not like some weird Muppet nose or whatever. His lips aren't rubber band lips anymore. I gave them the M shape, and they are, you know, full-ish. Gave him like, you know, a small little mustache. I could have gave him swirls, but I was like, nah, that's a little too extravagant, a little too whimsical for a priest. So I kept them small, and he has like a low goatee. I also gave him like some nice sideburns. I really wanted to give him better facial hair, but I felt like, because since I still struggle with drawing masculine dudes, like it would look so weird on him. So I ended up just not going overboard with the facial hair. And as I said before, I wanted to add some more shapeliness to his afro. I do like the silhouette of his original design's afro, but like I said, I wanted to just add my own spin to it. And also because, you know, afros are fun to draw. Pretty easy, actually. But, yeah, so that's Garterbelt's redesign. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you quacks later.
Pulcella, and I will call again.